Canadian dollar rallied sharply relative to its U.S. counterpart yesterday and was up by another third of a cent this morning. That rising currency cuts into crush margins and makes exports less attractive to international buyers. Ample supplies and a lack of significant end-user demand contributed to the weakness in canola. However, gains in Chicago soybeans and soy oil did provide some underlying support. Soybeans are up 6 to 7 cents, March up 7 at $9.19 per bushel. Optimism for increased Chinese demand, together with weather concerns in parts of South America, provided support this morning. Recent private estimates out of Brazil have downgraded the size of the soybean crop there, while quality reports out of Argentina are also below the year-ago level. However, forecasts are calling for some much-needed rain in parts of Brazil over the weekend. Uncertainty over the Chinese trade situation also kept some caution in the market, as there has yet to be any firm confirmation of the rumored business. Corn futures, they're stronger in early activity, March up 3 cents at $3.83 per bushel. Spillover from the gains in soybeans and wheat provided support for corn, although the corn market itself continued to lack any real fresh supportive news of its own. Declining demand from the ethanol sector did temper the upside. Wheat futures, they are stronger, continuing to correct after touching contract lows earlier this week. The March Chicago contract up 3 cents at $5.17 per bushel. Kansas City March wheat up 4 cents at $5.07 per bushel. And Minneapolis spring wheat up 5 cents in the March contract at $5.71 per bushel. The recent losses brought in bargain hunting from end users, with U.S. wheat looking more attractively priced on the global export market. Argentina's wheat harvest is 91% complete, according to reports out of that country. That's a look at the ICE futures and U.S. markets for Friday morning, January 4th. In Winnipeg for Markets Farm, I'm Phil Franz-Warkentin.
Butler Farm Equipment in Fort St. John has the compact tractors with more power to handle bigger jobs. The 45 or 50 power Boomer D Series compact tractors from New Holland. A long list of deluxe features makes every job easier, like exterior and interior mirrors, a deluxe 3-point hitch, and the seamless speed changes of the Easy Drive Series 2 transmission. The factory installed Super Sweet cab is the largest in its class and gives you excellent visibility. See the Boomer D Series compact tractors from New Holland at Butler Farm Equipment in Fort St. John.
The opinions expressed during this show do not represent those of this station. If you've missed any of this show, you can follow the podcast at Energeticcity.ca. Now, an in-depth look at the news and information shaping our community. This is Trev Talks with your host, Trevor Boland.
Good morning. Welcome back to 2019's edition of Trev Talks. We had a little break over the Christmas period. I'm sure you enjoyed it as much as I do. But we are back in full force, and we have got our first guest with us this morning. We have Faye Anstey. Right? Did I get that right?
Yeah.
Such a hard last name. It's so small, but so difficult to say. And you are joining us tonight on a couple topics, but one is coldest night of the year.
Yeah.
So let's get into that first. Faye, thanks for joining us here on Trev Talks. So coldest night of the year. It's coming up. It's the end of February.
February 23rd, yeah.
February 23rd. This is an annual event that you have done now for a few years.
Yeah, this is our third year.
Third year. Beautiful. So tell us a little bit about what coldest night of the year is.
Coldest Night of the Year is a walkathon fundraiser for Community Bridge. And they're a local organization, so all of the money we raise goes back to them and helps with their homeless prevention program, their victim services, training for their staff. They do different breakfasts and that sort of thing for the homeless, transition housing,
wow,
that sort of thing.
So they do a lot.
They do a lot, and they're really kind of like an under-the-radar organization. A lot of people don't know that their services are out there, so it's a really good way to get word out about Community Bridge as well as raise funds for their program.
Awesome. So you're raising money for Community Bridge, which like you said covers a lot of programs that people may not know, that exist. What do you actually do on the coldest night of the year? Because I mean, in Fort St. John, there's a lot of nights at the coldest night of the year, right?
Yeah.
But what makes that event different?
This event, it actually happens across Canada. So on February 23rd across Canada in many communities, everybody gathers, we get our toques, which I'm wearing now, and we walk. We start at the college, which is one of our big sponsors at Northern Lights College, and we walk 2 or 5 kilometers up to the North Peace Credit Union, another one of our sponsors.
Nice.
And they provide us with some coffee, little snacks. They have their selfie station there. And then we walk back to the college, and then they have a chili dinner that they provide us with.
Oh, wow. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So what time does that take place on? So February 23rd at what time?
Between 4 and 8. So registration starts at 4. So we typically get everyone to sign up online, and then they can come check in with us at 4. And they get buttons and pins and that sort of thing, hand in any cash donations that they are able to fundraise. And then we start the walk at 5.
Okay, and no matter what the temperature is, no matter what the weather is, that's why it's the coldest night of the year.
Yeah, there's some leniency if it is, minus 52 plus a wind chill.
Yeah.
If it's not safe, we will postpone it until better weather comes up. But so far, we haven't had to deal with that in the past years.
Have we thought about doing this in July?
It wouldn't be the coldest night, though, Trevor.
I really feel you could get Adam to participate if you did this in July.
I might, yeah, maybe.
So that's awesome. So huge money raised, some really good sponsors. You've got the college that helps out. You've got the credit union you mentioned.
Yeah.
If people want more information, I mean, I'm assuming there's a national website for this because you said it's quite a big event, but there's probably more ways locally to find out about it as well.
Absolutely. So the website is cnoy.org, and then you can just search for Fort St. John, and you can see all of our sponsors on there. Solaris just signed up yesterday as our lead sponsor.
Oh, they are. So
which
they're
is
going to be the main sponsor.
Yeah, which is really, really helpful. They've sponsored us in the past, and this year they're stepping up to take the lead sponsor role.
Good.
Which is
Solaris.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. So they're super helpful that way. We've got the Fort St. John Co-op is helping us as well. Rumble Industries, Shell Industries, DGS is helping out as well. Who else do we have?
So
EbScan,
sponsors. That's beautiful.
Peace Moving and Storage, Northern Metallic, and then of course Moose FM.
Yeah, beautiful.
Yeah.
So right here at home.
Yeah.
So you might end up getting Dave out there because he's signaling like he's going to be a part of this. No. Okay, we'll work on that for later. So how many participants did you have last year? What was your top numbers last year?
We had just over 100 last year, and it ranges from corporate teams to families sign up as a team. If you don't have a team, you can join my team. And it's $25 to register, and that gets you your toque, it gets you your chili dinner, and as well, Soul Sweet Cafe is giving us 100 gift cards for a large pizza. So first 100 people that register get a large pizza as well. So the $25 is...
And if that doesn't warm you up after this event,
right?
Nothing will.
I know.
Right? I'll sit down and eat a large pizza after I walk that.
Right?
Why not?
Yeah.
So that's great. I'm actually really happy to see this event happening. So how many participants are you looking for this year? I mean, can you handle 200? If we've got, if there's 100 other listeners that have never taken an event or maybe even heard of this,
right?
They can get involved. Probably easiest too is you've got a lot of information always on your work Facebook site too, right?
I
your
do.
Fitness
Yeah.
Facebook site.
Yeah.
And what is that one? That one is
Faye Laura Anstey. If you search that, it'll
show
come
up with
up.
that one, and people can definitely get a hold of you there, or even follow some of the program there, which is good.
Absolutely.
So speaking of your fitness site, so of course we are now January. I don't even know what day it is. What is it? The 4th today?
It is. Yeah.
I'm still in that 2-week period where I don't know what day it is, but we're January 4th, 2019, and you are a fitness trainer. We heard earlier that you are Adam's trainer.
I am.
So
yes.
Adam was telling us some secrets of what kind of pain and punishment he goes through and homework.
I am actually the nicest.
Oh, yeah? You're the nicest
I am nice.
trainer?
Well, I don't want to say I'm the nicest trainer because there are some really nice people that train in this town. So I don't want to go and upset anybody else.
Yeah.
But I feel like I'm one of those people that I'll punish you with a smile on my face.
Oh,
so you
nice.
can never actually be mad at me.
A little bit
it's like a little
sadistic.
love-hate
Yeah.
relationship.
Well, that's not a bad thing.
Yeah.
And I mean, at the end of the day, you shouldn't leave a workout with your trainer probably happy and joyful. You know what I mean?
And
you
feel
should feel a little bit of pain in that.
Yeah, we're not sitting there having coffee. There is a
So that's
purpose to what we're doing.
I would love that. I'm here to work out. I'm here to train and just drink coffee and talk, right? I mean, that's what I do here, right? This is my
if you
workout.
want to sign up with me and pay me to hang out with you for an hour to
See?
drink coffee,
Perfect.
and you could probably bring the coffee from Burger King.
I could just bring my own coffee and we're
Perfect.
good to go. Okay, well, we're going to talk about that. So, as we were saying, it is 2019. It is the start of resolutions and goals and fitness. I mean, a lot
Absolutely.
of people, I think, sit there and think, you know what, I'd like to lose 10 pounds, or I'd like to lose 15 pounds, or just make a healthier lifestyle. In your experience, you've done this for a long time. You're very well known in the community for what you do. I mean, you do, like we said, you do a lot of stuff. But I mean, as far as the fitness stuff, that is what you're known the most for,
Okay,
right?
yeah.
I think so. Dave thinks so. Adam for sure thinks so. But what kind of things would you tell people, being the start of the year, the start of 2019, that they really could get into quite easily, quite quickly? You know what I mean? Like not you see all this stuff on Facebook, and it's, I hate that garbage on Facebook where it's instantly lose 10 pounds or instantly get on with this fad diet, because they are all fad diets, because it's true dedication and hard work.
Absolutely.
I'm sure, as you would tell us, you know more than I do. What are some of the easiest, simplest ways for people to start off this year and start changing themselves as to what they see themselves being? I
think most importantly is not jumping in to deep water, like uneducated is a big thing, and making small changes. Trying to overhaul your diet 100% isn't often successful. The odd people can do it, but I find that a lot of people, when they do that, it's just a recipe for disaster, and within 2-3 days, sometimes even 2-3 hours, they're like, this diet is the worst, and they bail. I find that making small lifestyle changes is the way to go. So if you take 2 sugars in your coffee, maybe cut back to 1, right? Just slowly.
Very, very simple, very easy things.
Absolutely, yeah.
What would you say would be the top 5? I'm going to put you on the spot. The top 5 little changes. So we'll cover off the, don't get a double-double, maybe get a 1-and-1, right? Small change, probably, and I would guess cutting out that much sugar, because, I mean, some people have 3 or 4 double-doubles a day, right?
Absolutely,
so, you change those to 1-and-1. That seems like such a small little change, but it's actually pretty huge for what it is for your body. So what are 4 little things? Like, I mean, just short walks, you know what I mean? What are little things that people could do to get ready to maybe sign up with you to then go to level 100, at 5 days a week, push an iron for an hour?
Again, so small changes, whether it be in your diet, like we just covered, and then even just in your fitness. So if you're fairly sedentary, maybe getting up and walking, 5-10 minutes on your lunch break, maybe parking a little bit further away, taking the stairs instead of the elevators, all things that we know to do, but we always want the closest parking spot at the grocery store, right? Always.
Yet that back is wide open.
Yeah.
I love that. That's actually a good idea. And it is. It's those little things that maybe somebody told us along the way, but when that first parking spot, because I'll see people drive 3 or 4 times in a circle around parked cars to get that closest stall. And it's like, me personally, I'd rather park at the far back, not for fitness, but so nobody door dings my truck.
Exactly.
Right? Because that drives me nuts.
Or when you're trying to get out of the parking lot, it makes it that much faster.
Yeah. And you've got like this big Moose FM dually parked beside you that's blocking your doors. Yeah, no, I know what you're talking about. Dave knows what we're talking about too. So cut out some of the sugar, cut out some of the bad stuff, and start with baby steps. Get up, walk a little bit more, park farther back, take the elevator or take the stairs over the elevator, right? And I think that's a big one. We don't have a lot of buildings in Fort St. John with elevators, but a lot of apartment buildings with them. And if you're on the second floor, maybe start that day, and the third floor, maybe start that day. So no, I think that would work quite well. So we're going to go to a quick commercial break right now, and then we will be right back with Faye. We'll talk a little bit more about what you can do to make the best you out of 2019.
Get your requests on now for the Wendy's Noon Hour Takeover. Now serving 2 locations in Fort St. John and Dawson Creek. Text us at 250-800-2360. The Noon Hour Takeover, brought to you by Wendy's.
The $3 Dave single is available now for a limited time at Wendy's. But hurry, offer ends January 27th. Wendy's, fresh, it's what they do. Chances Casino in Fort St. John has some exciting news. Our famous U-Spin slot tournaments begin in January. Join us for an exciting night of playing the slots and, of course, winning some big prizes. We have over 200,000 rewards points to win each day, which makes it a no-brainer to come down and share in the big money. The tournaments are every Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday from 3 to 11 at Chances. Winning and fun go hand in hand, and it doesn't get any better than our U-Spin slot tourneys. So come out and play. Know your limit, play within it.
Watch this show live on Facebook or download the podcast at Energeticcity.ca. This is Trev Talks with Trevor Bolin.
Welcome back. If you missed our first half, we were joined by Faye Anstey. Anstey. I'll never get it. I'll just give up. Everybody just says Faye, right?
Yeah.
Everybody knows who Faye is, so that's all we need to call you by. It's like a Madonna or Cher, right? You should actually just eliminate your last name from your driver's license. So we were just talking off air a little bit about. So last year you made $20,000 on the coldest night of the year.
Yes.
You had 100 walkers, some really big sponsors.
Absolutely.
This year, tell us what your goals and what your well, we were talking about goals too, but tell us what your goals for the coldest night of the year are coming in 2019.
So our goal this year is to raise a minimum of $25,000. So just upping it a little bit from last year. We've got, again, some great sponsors like Solaris, Northern Lights College, the Fort St. John Co-op, some really big continuous sponsors that have been so great for us in the past few years. And I'm hitting the pavement looking for more sponsors. So
Nice.
if anybody's out there, feel free to get a hold of me.
Well, and maybe put in a group team too. If you've got
Yeah.
a company, maybe you don't, or maybe it's not in the budget to sponsor part of the event, but you could certainly put in a team at $25 each. So last year was your highest amount of participants. You had
Right.
just over 100 last year. What would be ideal? What would be your goal this year? I mean, you want to raise 25 grand. You're not gonna put that all on registrants at only $25. So what are you looking for this year? 125, 130?
It would be amazing if we could see 150. And
150?
people are willing. If you don't want to pay the 25, you can go out and get sponsors yourself.
Okay.
So perhaps your work can sponsor you for, $100, or you can ask your dad or your neighbor. And kind of like a true walkathon, like how we, back in the school days where you had
Yeah.
to knock on doors.
You were
right?
going to say 90s. I was going to say 80s.
Well, that's okay.
Dave
We
was
don't
gonna
have to say how
Dave was
old
gonna
you
say
are,
early
okay?
2000s because he was 26 yesterday.
Aw,
right?
that's so
what I
cute.
said. That's why he was talking, and he was making fun of Adam about his commitment to fitness. And Adam and I said, dude, at 26 years old, just wait till you're 30,
Yeah.
and things start to change a little bit for you. It's
They
not
do.
as easy to get off the couch when you're 30 as it is when you're 26. So I think, anyways. So 150 participants. So if people are listening, watching online, or watching us later, they can check out the website, check out your Facebook page, get more information, get signed up, get sponsors.
Absolutely.
And again, it's for Community Bridge. So if you miss some of the folks that are some of the groups that she mentioned earlier, it's meals for homeless, it's shelters, it's beds, it's
Transition housing,
Transitional.
victim services. They help with kids that have witnessed abuse. They do the Daddy and Me program and the Mother Goose program. Lots of programs that maybe you've heard about but didn't know was Community Bridge that was backing it. Yeah, they're a fabulous organization, and they really way too much to mention, but
that's
definitely
huge.
worth
That's
going
huge.
to their website and
I
seeing
had
what
no
they do.
idea they did that much.
Yeah,
That
it's
is a
really
lot.
it's really amazing.
Good. So now, and back to you a little bit. We talked, some of the 5 really easy steps people can take, and it's funny because this time of the year, people always think about fitness and their goals and
Right.
a healthier lifestyle. And what did I hear? I heard for every hour that you work out, you add a minute to your life.
Well, that's great.
Right? I mean, that's not bad. You're
Yeah.
going to be set, right?
Right,
Does
yeah.
Does that? I wonder if that includes coaching too, or fitness
Well, I'm
training.
active while I do it. I show you what we're doing. I don't do the entire workout with you.
No,
I'm
you'll
at
do,
the
like,
gym
the
like
first
10 to
3.
14 hours. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'll show you 1 or 2 and make it look super easy, but it's, then they have to do 15 or 20. And
Yeah, which would
obviously
still, I would count that as my workout. But
Yeah.
So you're at World's Gym.
I am.
You're at World's Gym. You're at World's Gym 10 to 12 hours a day, 12 to 14 hours a day. Tell us a little bit about the fitness side of things, about the training side of things. So if somebody wants to hire a trainer, I think you know what, and I think a lot of times people would like to do that, but they've heard it's either expensive or it's hard to do, or they're going to look silly at the gym. I mean, to me, who cares how you look at the gym? You're there
Yeah.
changing your life. You're there
100%.
improving something. And at the end of the day, who cares what somebody thinks anyways, right?
Yeah.
Regardless of whether you're at the gym or if it's me walking down the street. So tell us a little bit about what the steps would be in order for them to hire you as a trainer. I mean, buy their membership and all that
Right.
stuff. That's easy. But what does it entail with you?
So with my clients, and I believe a lot of us trainers in Fort St. John are quite similar, usually starts with a message either on my Facebook page or my Instagram, or I get a call from somebody at the gym. And I speak a little bit about fitness goals, where you've been previously, what kind of activity level you have, any injuries or anything I should be aware of. We go through a bit of a fitness assessment, do measurements, goal setting, that as well. I've got binders for all my clients. Like Adam was saying earlier, I gave him homework. So,
Yeah. And that's what that homework is
yeah, it's
you
goal
tell
setting.
Me, you tell
exactly.
me where you see yourself in 3 months or 6 months or
exactly what you want to work on, whether it's stability or endurance, or if you want muscle tone, weight loss, that sort of thing. Like, kind of what are your top goals so that we can tailor a program specific for you.
Wow.
Because it's not a cookie cutter thing. Not everything works the same, as it will for me, as it does for you. So I find that tailoring programs specific for your goals, specific for your body, your past, that sort of thing. And it really helps me see what kind of barriers maybe that we have as well. So asking questions like what sort of barriers do you have? So whether it's time or your family isn't supportive, or, the gym's too expensive, because we can work on maybe some home programs that that might work for you as well. And that being said, there's a lot to say for actually being at the gym and being in that community and having the skills after, spending a few hours with me and teaching you how to do the exercises properly, walking away with a program that you can follow, and then being in that environment where everybody's, working hard. It, makes you not want to stop 2 or 3 exercises in, right?
Makes you want to keep going, build your best self that there
Yeah,
is. I like
yeah.
that. I like that a lot. So people don't need to be timid. They don't need to be shy.
Absolutely not. We all start somewhere.
Agreed. Yeah,
right?
agreed.
I actually just shared something on my Instagram and my Facebook yesterday, a little sequence from a yoga class that I did last night. And rewatching the video, I've been teaching yoga for 9 years now, and I
have done one of your yoga classes.
Oh yeah.
I did the hot yoga. Is
Yeah,
that what they call it?
yeah,
Hot yoga.
yeah.
A little too hot for me. I think I would enjoy it more without laying in a puddle of my own sweat. But very intense, and I don't think a lot of people understand that. I think, and I'll admit, I did this before when you'd hear yoga and you're thinking, oh yeah, a whole bunch of fun stretching for an hour.
Yeah.
But it was pretty intense.
It can be, depending on the type of classes. And that's the thing, too, that people are like, oh, yoga, I don't know if it's for me. But I teach fit over 50 yoga, so it's a little bit slower paced. It's not in, 39-degree room.
So more for people like Adam. That whole fit for 50, is that what we're going with here?
That's
Poor
you, not
Adam.
me.
Poor Adam. Okay.
I think that class is actually amazing, and I come out of that class feeling really great, too, because it's a lot slower. We concentrate a lot more on our breath, on really getting a little bit deeper into each of the poses. Whereas on Wednesday night, I teach a hot vinyasa, and the whole idea of vinyasa is that it's a fiery practice, right? So it's a little bit quicker. And that's what I did last night as well. And where I was going with that post that I was talking about earlier is I was watching my video, and there is a lot of improvements I can make in my own practice.
Yeah, true.
And so just watching that and critiquing that, there's a lot of things that I still have to learn when it comes to it. Fitness is so huge, and there are so many little things and so many improvements we're making every day. So if you're new or a beginner, that's okay. I still have things to learn. You have things to learn. So there's always, nobody's perfect in the gym.
No.
Nobody knows everything. So I really feel like it doesn't matter if it's your first day or you've been coming for 5 years. There's no judgment.
I love that. And now you're also a sponsor for ANS.
I am
ANS
a sponsored athlete,
right?
yeah.
A sponsored athlete for ANS. So, and you've got an event coming up Thursday next week, 4:30 to 7:30?
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
so 4:30 to
Supplement
7:30
King.
at Supplement King. So if
Yeah.
people want to actually come down, meet you, talk to you about supplements, stuff like that, because again, that is
Absolutely.
another one of your portfolios.
One of my
right?
many hats,
one of your many toques, because I know you have an
Yeah.
ANS toque as well. So if they want to come down, they can go down to Supplement King, 4:30 to 7:30 next Thursday.
Next Thursday,
talk
yeah.
to you about fitness, talk to you about supplements, talk to you
Absolutely.
about maybe the coldest night goals.
The
different
coldest
things like
night,
that.
yeah.
Everything that you do. Right?
Everything, yeah.
Okay, perfect. So that is a wrap for us. So if you want more information, like we said earlier, you can get a hold of Faye either on her, your personal site, probably your business site, or your fitness Instagram. Coldest Night of the Year has a website, which will lead you to the Fort St. John side of things.
Yeah.
And really, or just making lifestyle changes. I mean,
Yeah.
get a hold of you as far as memberships or
Absolutely,
fitness
you
training?
can find me at World Gym. Like I said, I'm there from 5 in the morning, generally till 1 in the afternoon. I go back at 5 after my nap, and I'm there till 9.
We didn't cover the nap time. Right?
Sleep is so important
Sleep
for your
is
health.
important. Agreed.
So
Agreed.
important.
Little siestas here and there and
Yeah,
a bad thing. So
100%.
Okay, beautiful. Well, thanks, Faye, for joining us today. We greatly appreciate it. And I look forward to your event, the coldest night of the year.
Thank you.
I feel that Dave and I should certainly be there.
I'm gonna say, like, are you gonna walk with me, Trevor?
Yeah. I'm gonna watch the weather. I mean, I think we should probably talk maybe 3 days before the event.
Come
I'm
on.
kind of a warm weather walker. I'm not gonna lie.
Okay,
I
but
see
you
people
get one of
walking
these
in the
wonderful
cold.
tubes.
Yeah, I could probably do it.
Okay, so you can fold it up. You can bring it down over your ears.
Bring it right over my face. I
Whatever you need to do, I'll lend you a pair of snow pants.
Perfect.
Yeah.
You better get a bigger pair of snow pants.
Yeah,
than
maybe.
that. Okay, beautiful. So check out Faye on Facebook, on Instagram. Get involved. Phenomenal fundraiser right here in our community, and I think it's important. So thank you, Faye, for being on the show.
Well, thanks for inviting me.
And I wish you all the best in 2019.
Thanks, you as well.
Take care.
Thanks.
So that is another episode of Trev Talks. You can join us here again next week as we will be looking farther into the happenings in Fort St. John, BC, and of course the entire Peace region right here from Fort St. John. See you soon.
I'm the Salt Monster. I am coming to eat your car. Your ride belongs to me.
Every year, the Salt Monster comes out to eat all the cars on the road. He shows up out of nowhere and attacks vehicles throughout the winter. To keep your car off the menu, head to McSud's Truck and Car Wash. With their indoor wash bays, vacuums, waxes, and spotless rinses, you can make sure that your vehicle isn't the one being consumed. McSud's Truck and Car Wash on Alaska Road next to McDonald's. Make Suds with McSuds.
Our community first. This is Trev Talks with your host, Trevor Bolin. You've been listening to Trev Talks, a weekly talk show about Fort St. John and the North Peace.